Hello, energy enthusiasts and clean energy fans. Welcome to the next episode of Trina Talks, where we have short conversations that speak volumes. I'm your host, Melissa Cavanagh, Marketing Manager with Trinasolar US. On today's episode, we welcome Ethan Ely, Product Manager with Trinasolar US, and we're going to talk about 7 new world records that have been shattered in PV cell efficiency and module power output. But before we plug into that conversation, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button to receive more Trina Talks episodes right into your inbox. Traditional silicon solar cells have an upper practical efficiency of around 30%. Currently, these cells are approaching the upper limit, with Trinasolar's Vertex N Ultra leading the way in efficiency as well as power output. So is that it? Are we approaching the finish line in PV cell efficiency? Not by a long shot. This is where tandem solar cell technology comes in. And in the conversation about pushing the boundary for PV technology, no company stands out like Trina Solar, which has achieved 35 world records in this area, including 7 new ones since last November. So let's talk to Ethan about Trina's record-breaking advancements and what it means to the solar industry. Thank you so much, Ethan, for joining us today. Welcome to Trina Talks.
Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm looking forward to talking a little bit more about that tandem technology with you.
Well, we're really happy to have you. I know that you have been very busy, so we appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to talk with us on Trina Talks. But speaking of being busy, I know you've been doing a few solar industry speaking engagements. You were just at PV Cell Tech, right?
Yes, yeah, I was. That was just a few weeks ago in San Francisco. It was an awesome conference, a meeting of the minds, bringing together a lot of technical experts in the module development industry. It was great to hear from so many intelligent people, and also I was privileged to have a chance to speak and talk about the tandem technology that we're going to go into a little bit more today.
Yeah, so I got to be in the audience at PV Cell Tech. So I got a sneak preview of this conversation that we're going to have today. But I also saw this interaction where after you spoke about Trina's next generation technology and advancements in R&D, I saw other industry experts approaching you after your presentation. Can you share a little bit, like what their questions were or what they followed up with you about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, number one, everybody wants to know when it's going to happen, when it's going to be in their hands, we can deploy it. There's a lot of excitement and hunger for this technology. There are also a lot of good technical questions about its performance, its risks with degradation, how we're addressing that, what the costs will be, what some of the integration considerations will be. And I think it was interesting to see people look to Trina for some of those answers. And there are also good questions to be asked. It's that interplay between us and the industry will collectively move us forward in figuring out how to make this a technology that works in a practical and real world scale.
Yeah, absolutely. So I also know that you are participating in PV Magazine's virtual roundtable event. By the time this Trina Talks episode launches at the beginning of November, the roundtables event will be behind us. But can you give us a little bit of an idea of what you are presenting for the roundtables event?
Yeah, I'm excited for that presentation as well. That'll go focused a little bit more on our more near-term technology, on our forthcoming hail and high wind snow resistant module, what we're calling the Shield module. And that is a very robust panel that really protects our cell technology in an impressive way, has some pretty impressive specs on its resistance to the elements, all these different environmental conditions. And I'm excited to talk about all that it can do in that PV Mag presentation.
Yeah. So from a professional perspective, you've been very, very busy, but have you done anything on the personal side of you? Have you done anything fun lately?
Yeah, I've been trying to stay busy on both sides of it. PV Celtech happened to coincide with Fleet Week in San Francisco, which is a big Bay Area holiday. And I grew up in the Bay Area, so I was excited to be there at the same time, be able to see some friends and family. And I was able to go to a friend's house for Fleet Week, go up on their roof and watch the not the Blue Angels this time, but the Canadian snowbirds fly over the Golden Gate Bridge and fly overhead. It was a lot of fun and great to line that up with PV Celtech.
Yes. So for everybody watching, if you haven't enjoyed Fleet Week in San Francisco, it is absolutely amazing. The level, the sound, it just kind of breaks that barrier. So you're watching these planes, and then it's certainly really loud and just a really amazing thing. So I am really jealous that you have a friend that has, a rooftop available with a view of the Golden Gate, but also I can't even imagine how fun that was for you to have some, relaxing time with your family and friends and be able to enjoy the Fleet Week. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it's a very festive time in the city. Everybody's out and about watching the planes. It's usually San Francisco summer or mid October when we get the best weather. The fog burns off, so it was just a great time to be there.
It's Carl the Fog, right? Like San
Yeah, Carl the
Francisco.
Fog.
Yeah, Carl. He's got a name. I think that's adorable. Yeah.
He's just like a friend to all of us in San Francisco, watching over
Right,
us.
right. I think when my daughter first moved to the San Francisco Bay Area, the first time that Carl was, kind of mixed in with the Golden Gate, it was probably one of the coolest photos I've ever taken. So, yes, I know that people from San Francisco think fondly of Carl the Fog. So, jumping into our topic for this episode, 7 world records last year. Where do we even begin with that? Let's start with the record that builds on Trina's existing and proven technology.
So that would be TopCon Ultra, which is our next generation version of the TopCon technology, otherwise known as TopCon 2.0. And this has some impressive improvements to the cell technology, which allowed it to reach efficiency of 26.58%. And that was the first time TopCon cell efficiency has gone over the 26% threshold.
So, that's the first record. What does that mean for our customers?
Yeah, so that cell efficiency translates to about a 1% if it jumped from standard TopCon efficiency, and that equates to about 20 or 30 watts additional. So we have this across the spectrum of modules. This is the cell technology improvement we achieved on our flagship 210R cell size. So it was ready to be integrated into all of our modules from the residential CNI to the utility scale. On the CNI side, it went from a 620 watt module to a 650 watt module. And then we even have it in the larger scale module, which as of now is 720 watts, but will jump to 740 watts with this TopCon Ultra technology.
So that marks the 28th time that Trina has broken the cell efficiency record. That's pretty impressive. And Trina's record breaking TopCon module portfolio covers all solar applications, residential, CNI, and utility scale, both rooftop and ground mount. So let's talk about tandem technology and the records that are being broken there. I was just with you at PV Cell Tech, and didn't it seem like every conversation kept coming back to that one word, tandem? That's what everyone was talking about. Everyone was interested in it.
It was certainly the buzz of the conference, and I think technology that a lot of people are working towards, and it's exciting to see so much collective effort working towards that technology. Trina's been doing a lot of work to advance the efficiency and work towards putting this in a module. And so that goes in stages. It starts from the lab scale with very small cells. It moves on to the cell size, an individual cell, then to the module. And we've seen some pretty impressive advancements in all of those tiers. So on the cell side, in just a year, we went from an efficiency of about 26% all the way up to 31.1%, hitting a world record there. And then again, just a few months later, to 32.2%. So that's two world records in the span of a year on the tandem cell technology. Then we worked on developing this cell into an actual module format, interconnecting the cells and proving the efficiency possibilities with a module level. And we hit an efficiency of 30.6%, also a world record, and the first tandem perovskite module to breach the 30% module threshold.
So, to clarify, that would be 2 cell efficiency records and 1 module efficiency record. So, another 3 world records right there, for a total of 4 new efficiency world records. What's going on with the power output side of things? Any records being broken there?
Absolutely. Well, we've taken all of that lab development and we've also translated that into a commercial full-size module prototype, one that we launched late last year in November. And at the time, we launched it at a power output of 808 watts. And so this was the first tandem perovskite module to break that 800 watt threshold, hitting a world record. And since then, we've again advanced the power quickly and upgraded it twice. We upgraded it to 829 watts in May, and then just 1 month later to 841 watts in June of this year. Again, just level set, our current TopCon module efficiency in this same format, in our large cell format, is 720 watts. We're showing that we can get to a module power of 841 watts with that same form factor, a jump of over 120 watts.
Wow, and I know that is exactly, why this topic was so incredibly engaging at PV Cell Tech, and that's why our fellow industry leaders are also very, very interested in what Trina is doing. So that's 3 more world records to make it 7. It's absolutely amazing how fast and how high Trina has been raising the bar. How soon can we expect modules with tandem perovskite solar cells to hit commercial production?
Well, like any major new advancement in technology, there is a lot of work to commercialize it in a reliable and scalable way. That's something that we're
Mhm.
really devoting our efforts to right now. Perovskites in particular have different characteristics than silicon, especially when it comes to degradation. That's something we're doing a lot of work to characterize, and something we're also trying to promote in the industry in terms of developing new standards that better characterize the efficiency and the power performance of a module over its entire lifetime, so that not only can we solve these problems, but we can communicate to the customers that they're solved and they can trust that these are bankable modules that will last a full project lifetime. So that's something we're working on and that we're putting a lot of development work into. It will probably take a couple years to get there, but we're putting a lot of resources into it.
Just from what you have explained in this conversation, there's a lot of R&D going on in this work. Where does Trina stand with IP leadership and collaborations with these next generation technologies?
Yeah, I think our IP status really speaks to the amount of investment that we have put in to this technology. So we're currently leading the field with 481 patent applications of the tandem perovskite technology. And the second behind us is Oxford PV, who we have recently entered into a licensing agreement with to have access to their patents as well. So collectively, we're occupying the first and second spots. That's over 800 patents that we have access to. And I think it puts us in a really strong position to not only develop the technology, but commercialize it, bring it to market, and be in a strong IP technology position.
Is there anything else, Ethan, that you wanted to share about this exciting time, this exciting new technology that's coming our way?
Yeah, I think that all of this just speaks to Trina's status as a technology leader, a player that's been in the market for over 25 years, invests a lot of R&D effort into these technologies, both the modules that we produce now and the modules that we're going to produce in the future. And I think it speaks to the reliability of the industry, the reliability of our products. And I
Mhm.
think I just hope people continue to follow along as we develop this technology together. And I look forward to getting it to market.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to thank you so much for your time joining us on Trina Talks today. And I hope that we can have you on the show again in the future. I think when these modules and this technology starts hitting customers' projects, I think that would be a fantastic time to regroup with you to get some real, boots on the ground feedback from how our customers are using these, ultra high efficiency and high powered advancements in the industry.
Absolutely. I really look forward to it.
So thank you again. I really appreciate you being on the show. So that's 7 new world records that Trina has shattered this year. These incredible breakthroughs are driving the solar industry into a new era of performance. If you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with your project team. And stay tuned for our next episode, released on the first Thursday of every month. Until next time, may your LCOE be low, your efficiency high, and your systems optimized. I'm Melissa Cavanagh, and this is Trina Talks.